crazy because I was watching. You did a couple interviews, and you're like, nah, it was. I don't even remember him saying those things. It was fine.
Right. I have to go watch it. That's how much it affected me that I didn't even remember it.
What was that experience like, though, in terms of the competition and in terms of everybody assumes a certain thing because of the way you look, and going experience like that, you're like, I can show them that I'm tough and ballsy and can, what was that like?
I've had to do that my entire life. I have to always work extra because people are assuming, that I'm a dumb blonde or I can't do this or that. So I'm always having to overachieve. And it was a great experience. We were working like 18-hour days, which was crazy. But I got to the final four with Joan Rivers and Annie Duke and Jesse James and held my own. And it was fun. It was crazy and tiresome, but it was a lot of fun. And I met a lot of great people through it.
Good. We got to take a quick break. I got a lot more I got to get into. We're here with Brande Roderick, and we'll be back right after this. And we're back. So you deal with you speak to a lot of women. You speak with a lot of women. What do you think is holding women back in 2021 from having everything they want in terms of their personal lives, in terms of what they want, the boyfriend, the husband, the kids, all of that on the personal side? What do you think the biggest barrier is for women these days?
Well, I think, and, I'm sure a lot of people are going to get mad at what I'm about to say, but I don't really care.
That's why we're here. It's the great love debate.
Well, with the whole, Me Too movement and women empowerment and all this stuff, I think that there is a fine line, and some of the girls, these young girls, are getting mixed messages, and it's being miscued because they're thinking, oh, I could do everything that a man can do, and change my oil, whatever it is. And you know what? They forget that men want feminine women. They don't want a woman to act like she could do everything. The guy wants to take care of a woman, and it's okay if a guy opens your door and, pulls out your chair and does all these nice things for you and gets up and gets you a blanket or makes dinner, whatever it is. I think that women are thinking that they have to do it all. And guess what, ladies? You're going to be freaking tired.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when you're taking care of kids and you're taking care of this and taking care of work and going to work full time, you're going to be freaking tired. So it's okay to be feminine. Let your man take care of you, not half of it. It
doesn't mean that you're weak, and it doesn't mean any of those things. And you don't always have to be, you scream to the rooftops that you're all independent women. You are all independent women.
Yes.
That's why God made you the moms. We concede that. But it doesn't mean we can't do some of those things and help each other out, because I think women underestimate how much we let you do for us, and how much that the men absolutely will take any help or and appreciate what you do. And all we really are thinking, we're appreciating. We're not thinking, if I do this, you owe me that or anything. I'm holding the door.
Right.
If I hold the door for a lot of women, I'll throw out an age here, under 26, they legitimately get upset. Like, I can open my own door, and I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And that does trickle down to the dating stuff.
Yeah.
We can pay. We can ask you out. We can come. Can you, I've asked you this before. Can you be complimented, or is it all white noise to you because you've heard it for 30 years?
Oh, keep them coming, baby. If I'm walking down the street and someone whistles, I'm like, yes.
Really? We can still whistle? I mean, because you still look every bit as beautiful as you ever have. And you always, in any room you have ever been in, you were in the, if not the most beautiful one, you were in the conversation. And so we assume, if we come up to you and say, you look amazing, Brande, that we're the 10th person to tell you that in the last 20 minutes.
No. Flattery will get you everywhere with me. I want to hear it all. If you tell, I'm loving it. Like, makes you feel good. I'm like, that'll never go unnoticed or unappreciated if I get a compliment.
How is it in the mom You must have spent a lot of time in the mom circle, and you are in Southern California, so the moms look a little different in Southern California. But what is that like when you're at the games and stuff? And are the moms like, "Don't talk to my husband"? What is that energy like?
No, I don't really get that because I don't put off that vibe. I guess if I would put off that vibe, maybe they would feel like that, but I don't. I don't go to games really with all my hair and makeup done either. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to
others do, a lot do though. Many do go to the games with the hair and makeup fully done. Yeah. It's a bit of a scene.
I don't think I never feel like that. Yeah. But I don't like put my boobs all out or do anything crazy,
Yeah. Some do. After divorce, you were married 10 years? How long were you married?
Yeah. 10 years.
What was it like to go back out dating after not having done so in a lot? Was it just like landing on a different planet? Was it just like things have changed, or was it the same? And as a mom, because you had never dated as a mom before. Yeah.
And my plan was I wasn't going to have a boyfriend or do anything until my kids were 18. I wasn't going to have introduce anyone to my kids. It was like, nope, I'm just going to date, have fun, have sex, all that good stuff. And
keep it casual.
Having fun. I was just having a good time when my kids were with their dad, on a weekend or something. I'd go out with friends, or I'd go out on a blind date for someone would set me up, or have a good time. And then I met my freaking boyfriend, and he ruined everything. He ruined my whole plan.
That always happens. I know everybody says, I just want to have fun and keep it. And then you love the person, or you really enjoy the time, and you still do. It's really easy to say that until you discover the relationship. And I think we are wired to be, monogamous and to be with one other person. And you can't capture the high of that just sort of, having dinner and having sex once in a while.
Right. So that happened. And now I've been with my boyfriend. Oh God, he'll kill me.
A long time.
I don't know, 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3. You're only off by 50% if you get it wrong. And how did you meet?
You know what? It's crazy because do you know Steve Fowler, right?
Yeah.
So Steve Fowler was messaging me because he knows I live in Temecula, and he was taking a big busload of people to go wine tasting at his friend's winery. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you have a friend that owns a winery in Temecula? And it was Robert, my boyfriend. And so we connected that way because I reached out to Robert saying, I can't believe that we have a mutual friend. And I was going to go to obviously meet with Steve at the winery. And we met that way, just through Steve Fowler.
Didn't you grow up in wine country? Aren't you from up in Napa?
Well, up in Northern California wine country. Now I'm in Southern California wine country.
Is there a rivalry between Southern California wines and Northern California wines? Are they Napa snobs?
They're a little snobby, and we're fun. That's the difference.
That is the difference. And how long did it take for you to bring him around your kids?
Well, so we were friends for a while. He was helping me with my vineyard because I was going to be doing my own wines and growing my own vineyard. So he ended up coming over to help me pick out what
vines.
Squash
the grapes in the tub with your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and he's a single parent also. He's a full-time single dad. So we just got the kids together just as friends because we were both single parents and whatnot. We just started hanging out for a while. And then a few months later, he got me drunk on St. Patrick's Day. And he said, I want to kiss you. And I'm like, no, oh my God, gross. We're friends and we're working together. That would be weird. But then he gave me more and more whiskey. Okay. And then it all went out the window. And from that day forward, we've been dating and in love.
So it wasn't the wine that did it. It was the whiskey.
It was the Whistle Pig whiskey.
Oh, there you go. I hate to say when in doubt, give her more whiskey, but it still can work once in a while. Because again, it's not about the alcohol. It's about the confidence, and it's about the I'm gonna not overthink this because I have 2 drinks in me and whatever.
Yeah, because it's like being a business. No, I'm not gonna have a boyfriend. No, we're friends. No, we work together. And then
this is gonna mess up my plan because I didn't want to have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
I know everybody says that, and then they find it and they're happier. Professionally, you're confident in everything you're doing. You just seem more confident. Like I've seen you do videos, and I've seen you you're owning you. What was the turning point in that? Was it after you got divorced, or was it your current relationship? What made you sort of come into your own? Because you're ballsy and badass now.
No, I think it was going through divorce, honestly. And remembering that, holy shit, you're a woman, you're an independent woman, you are a strong woman. And sometimes when you're in relationships, you lose a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I was in that relationship for 13 years. And I don't know, coming out of it and being a single mom and doing it all myself. I mean, I get no financial help from my ex. So I'm literally doing everything on my own and and there's empowerment in that.
Yeah.
Just doing it on my own. I am the man of the house, so to speak. So I think just the past 5 years, I've just grown a lot and realizing if I can take care of my family, I can do anything.
Yeah, it is the mom lifting the car off the old cliche about that, that the mother is the strong one in the, takes care of the cubs. And when you have to do that, that will trickle down to every other aspect of your life.
Absolutely.
Your personal life, your public life, your dating life, all that kind of things where, we all come to this point where you have to sort of find it. And that can happen for some people at 19, and that happens for some people at 65. And so I'm glad I still have some good years left. And it inspired me to do my YouTube show and to try to do kind of a self-empowerment type of show and doing something that I enjoy doing. So what would you tell young girls now that sort of the mistake that, not the mistake, but the things that you wish you knew at 18 years old, especially going into the public eye or trying to make it in Hollywood?
Oh man. I would say, as crazy as it might seem, really try and maybe just date, but don't have a boyfriend. Because a lot of times when you have a boyfriend and you're young and you're trying to start out with your career, it slows you down.
Yeah, and you're not going to marry that guy anyway. Yeah. You're not going to marry that 24-year-old boyfriend of yours anyway, or you shouldn't. Yeah.
No, and if you spend time with him, you're not spending time working on yourself and your career and getting out there and really doing what you want to do. So I see girls sometimes on some of these reality shows and they're dating these guys and I'm like, oh my God, girl, break up with him, please. But anyway, guys will kind of hold you back when you're starting out in your career. And don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't go out partying at night and getting drunk. Stay focused, especially if you're in Hollywood and you're trying to do the acting thing. Ladies, go out every once in a while, and have friends, but don't get in this crazy relationship where someone's going to hold you down, and don't go out and party all the time.
If they launch The Real Housewives of San Diego County, are you in?
We actually already did a pilot for that a long time ago.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I know, but they circle back on these cities and they circle back in these things. But you still you would do a reality show?
Well, I'm in wine country, and yes, I would.
Okay, good. Putting the world out there.
Do anything that I think I'm going to have fun doing.
Do you are you going to do you hope, and this is going to get some people mad, I don't care. Do you hope old school Playboy comes back, or it can't come back because there's just too much on the internet and the old magazine won't happen, something like that?
I was really upset when I found out there's going to be no more Playboy magazine. I was like, that's crazy, but at least I was in the last magazine, which was cool.
Yeah. There's barely any Maxim. I don't even think there's Maxim magazine. I don't think any of the let's look at the hot women magazine, because again, there's too much content that people can get for free on the internet. So the magazine model doesn't work, but in terms of can we admire a beautiful woman, not just for being beautiful, but for being beautiful?
I certainly hope so. Because I don't want my kids to grow up and think, oh, they can't look at a beautiful woman and think they have a beautiful body.
Yeah.
In our house, I have Playboy magazine covers hanging on my walls of my favorite playmates and Hugh Hefner and different things like that. I want them to grow up like thinking a naked body is beautiful and natural, and not to be ashamed or be shamed for thinking so.
Who is your favorite playmate who was not you?